going to give the microphone to you so you can take full advantage of the entire time. Mr. Soto, it's all yours.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so I guess my subject of the day is Kenpo for the street. When we talk about Kenpo for the street, people start to think that it's more aggressive, more violent, and more lethal. And it's quite the opposite, okay? If you want to apply Kenpo on the streets of today, you have to be less violent, less lethal, and less aggressive. When I teach the police, or when we teach the police at the academy, we teach them the institutional way, the proper way, the way within the norm and the legalities. But once the police officer goes to the street, he's going to learn or gain the street experience, and then he's going to have to find balance between both worlds, okay? You have to apply proportionality or rationality, either one of those principles. That means that if somebody pushes me, okay, I cannot break, hit the throat, hit the face, right? And then just destroy the person the way snap and twig will teach us, right? In a snap and twig, he's pushing me, okay? So that is an aggression itself. Yes, it is, okay? But the level of aggression in no way matches my level of response or reaction, which is to raise the arm, right? Hit the throat, right? Hit the nose or the face, then get it with that and break the jaw. And if that wasn't enough, I'm going to step through, hit him in the groin, lift him up, right? Sucker punch him. Does that make sense in a street situation? Yes and no. This is something to think about. The curriculum and the techniques, the 154 techniques, the 96 extension, the 11 forms, the 15 steps, and the freestyle techniques, all of that is for you to learn how to move with the method of the fist. How do we control space in Kenpo? Everybody knows this answer, right? We control it by canceling his dimensions, settling into that. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm controlling his what? His ability to rotate. Okay, so his width, I'm controlling his width. I need to have a strategy down already in my head, and I need to train so much that I do this instinctively. If he pushes me like snap and twig, and I do this, okay, I'm not going to try to break it. I'm just going to do enough for him to give me or to get on top of his timing. I'm going to control his dimensions a little bit, enough for me to go for the next move. But instead of going for the throat, I might alter and go for the shoulder. And then instead of using a hammer fist in the next move, I'm going to just open my hand and use that distractor. I can do, okay, so I can go here, right? Then open that hand, then I can do that elbow to the solar flex, okay? So it's changing a little bit of the approach. So if he grabs me with darting mace, for example, instead of just breaking him, right, okay, can I do something similar? Yeah, what would I do? I would do a distractor. Okay, so I would open my fingers and get him right here for him to, okay, and probably the next move will be a good move, okay, just to take his airway, okay, win. And then probably what I would do is just take him down and get out of it. When I teach the police, I teach them Kenpo within the legalities of what they need to learn. Let's remember what Mr. Parker used to say, that one of the higher levels of Kenpo is when the natural weapons start getting a mind of its own. Wasted inches are wasted time. And if I waste time, who's going to take that time? He is. One of the beauties of Kenpo that I have never seen in any other art is the continuous flow of motion, the sequential flow. You go from one move to the next, 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 and you always have an option, and you don't have to stop. And you will have an option no matter where you're at. No matter if you're here, you will always have an option and a weapon and a target available.